So here's a Wi-Fi battle against BM, just a standard battle. BM's from Team Equinox, but he's recently started out on YouTube, so I'll leave his link in the description and go subscribe to him. Lol at me advertising someone, as if that'll do him any good, but whatever. I lead with Uxie, he leads with Smeargle. He was obviously going to Spore, and I just left Uxie in to take the Spore because I didn't have anything else I really wanted to take it, and I thought I could use the Smeargle to set up with Lucario, and yeah, I got one Swords Dance up before he taunted me, and I go for a Crunch because I want to conserve my extreme speed and close combat PP. And yeah, he goes for Stealth Rocks again. I think he misclicked there, he was wanting to actually get spikes up, but that's whatever. So now he goes into a Zapdos, and this Zapdos was a pain, like a huge pain. So I went into Registeel just assuming it was a standard bulky set, but then it does like over half, and I thought that's too little to be a crit, but too much to be a standard set. But yeah, it's a Life Orb Zapdos. That's something you don't see very often. So I stayed in hoping he'd overpredict and go for a T-Bolt, then I'd be able to explode on him and just get rid of that thing, because I really didn't have anything that could take on a offensive Zapdos. So I go into Porygon Z, and he predicts my overpredict and goes to a Dusknoir. I can't think today, but I just went for an Ice Beam because I couldn't risk that thing living. And Ice Beam does like a quarter to the Dusknoir, and I go to Uxie because the Will-O-Wisp is quite obvious. And yeah, and I'm just leaving Uxie in because I don't really fear Dusknoir, even though it's got like a super effective stab. But Uxie is really quite bulky, and I was just wanting to burn a few turns of sleep, and I really wanted to get my Stealth Rocks up. So yeah, I'm asleep that turn, and now he gets quite a gay crit, because yeah, like, I don't know, that I might have been able to take, like, I would have easily taken 2 of those, and like, because I'd have had like a turn's extra lefties, I might have even been able to take 3 of those, so that's a bit optimistic. So yeah, I don't get my Stealth Rocks up in this battle, and they would have been so useful, it's unbelievable. And yeah, here I was pretty sure the Dusknoir switch was coming, but I didn't want to go for Dark Pulse just in case he stayed in. I couldn't risk losing PZ at this stage, because that would be stupid. So I'm looking at how much Ice Beam's doing, and I'm pretty sure it'll 2-hit KO or 3-hit KO at the worst from there, but he makes a good play in Pain Splits, and that's gonna take us both to about half HP. And I'm just gonna keep going for the Ice Beam because I'm pretty sure I'll win in the long run, because he can't like Shadow Sneak me. But yeah, he's gonna get a Will-O-Wisp off on me. Porygon Z doesn't really care about that. Obviously the residual damage is bad, but I can live with it at this stage. So I go for another Ice Beam, and that's going to take out the Dusknoir, which is always good. But now I really don't have a lot to take on that Zapdos, because after like switching into Stealth Rock, I'm going to die from one burn thing and stuff. And I predicted a Pursuit there, so I went for an Ice Beam, but he just goes for the Brick Break, and that's fine. If he'd Sword Dance there, I would have been in a bit of trouble, but yeah. So I go out to Gyarados now, because I was pretty sure I'd be able to get a Dragon Dance up here, and from what I've seen of his team so far, he didn't have a lot to take on a Gyarados actually. So I get a Dragon Dance up as he goes into a Machamp, and now I'm gonna go for the Waterfall here, just kinda hoping for a flinch or a crit, but I don't get it. And it's gonna be a 2-hit KO, and because this is a bulky Gyarados, it's going to be able to live the Stone Edge on 4 HP. I actually kinda thought I'd live it slightly better than that, but I'll take the live because that's like, that's quite good for a Gyarados to take a matching up Stone Edge. So the second waterfall is going to finish him off, and he isn't packing Bullet Punch or anything like that. So he's probably a rest talker. And now he's going to go into Lucario, obviously, and finish me off with Extreme Speed. And I could have switched to my own Lucario there, but it wasn't really worth it. I couldn't bring Gyarados in and Stealth Rocks, so yeah. So now I go into my own Zapdos, and I'm going to go for the Heat Wave here as he goes into his own Zapdos. And looking at the damage, if I'd managed to get my Stealth Rocks up, like, I would have had an advantage in the stall war that sort of happens now. He's going to just keep on roosting until he gets to a point where he's happy that he can, like, take on my Zapdos and kill it. And yeah, so he's just going to keep roosting. I'm going to go for Heat Waves because I can't use T-Bolt just because it's not going to be very effective when he loses his flying type. I went for a Hidden Power Ice there just for absolutely no reason, because even though it's super effective after stab, I think Thunderbolt has like 2.5 more base power or something like that. So I'm just going to go for the Heat Wave again, and I really wish I'd got my Stealth Rocks up, because that Zapdos has been switching in and out quite a lot. But yeah, there wasn't really much I could have done to get them up. So now he makes a kind of a stupid move. He goes for the Thunderbolt when he's only at half HP, and then he's going to get the Life Orb recoil, which was a strange move. But yeah, I'm going to be able to take him out from there with the Lucario. And now the game comes down to a speed tie. It's basically, we both have adamant Lucarios, so it was a speed tie. I can confirm that. So whoever wins the speed tie wins the game, and yeah, of course he wins the speed tie because BM never loses speed ties. So Lucario goes down and he wins. So good game BM, very close. Even though it was a 2-0, it was really very close. So comment, rate, subscribe, join Team Equinox, Lalu out.